up, guys? Danny from Danny Mac's Kitchen. Great to see you as always. I spent a lot of time in culinary school going over sauces, soups, and stocks. It took a long time, 3 months, because there's just so much to learn. Some of these things are really hard to make, some of them are very easy to make. I'm going to show you guys how to make a Bolognese sauce today, or more simply, a meat sauce. I told Brian we were doing Bolognese sauce today, and he was just absolutely perplexed that there was no bologna in it. He's like, can you make it with bologna? I'm like, no, you can't make it with bologna. That's disgusting. This is really a really simple recipe to make, yet people somehow screw it up. I have a fantastic Italian restaurant by my house. The food's great, it's within walking distance, they have takeout, win-win. The other day I got some pasta bolognese, I sit down, I open it up, and to my horror, it really just looked like someone took like a hamburger and just like threw it right on top of it, and it was pretty gross. I did wind up eating half of it because I was starving, and I gave the other half to the neighbor's dog because that's where I thought that it should go. I guarantee this is a really easy recipe, guys. That's not going to happen to you. It's cost effective, so it's good for a large family if you want to make a big batch, and it shouldn't take any more than 40 minutes to make, including prep time. So let me show you guys how to do it. In a large saucepan over medium heat, heat up about 3 to 4 ounces of olive oil. Please use olive oil because this is what really goes nicely with this recipe. To this, we're going to add 1 onion, diced, nice and fine. I have 4 carrots and 2 celery stalks that I've chopped up also nice and fine. Get that in there, and we're going to add about 4 ounces of chopped garlic. This really makes it. We're going to cook this for about 5 minutes. There's a lot of vegetables in here. We're going to be looking for a nice translucent quality. So while I'm stirring, guys, just a quick rant about certain things that piss me off. And one thing that pisses me off is when I go to like these really fancy restaurants in the city, 4 and 5 stars, they charge you an arm and a leg. And they give you these little, tiny little portions that are fit for poodles. Seriously, when I leave, I'm starving and I have to go out to eat. After just spending all that money, at least make it value equivalent as to, you know, the portion size. That's all I'm saying, guys. This just pisses me off, and I'm sure some of you have experienced the same thing. So I cleared a little circle in the middle of my pan because I'm going to add some tomato paste right now. I have 6 ounces that we're going to put in here. I cleared this little area away because I want the paste to cook. It has like a little tinny taste to it, and just by cooking this, it'll just really extract it. It takes about 30 seconds. I'm going to add 1 pound of ground beef now. Break it up. Really important that you break this up good because, like I said, you don't want somebody throwing like a big chunk of meat on top of your pasta. You want it to be like really into the sauce. Now, all good chefs know that a key component to making a real traditional Bolognese is adding red wine. I'm adding 2 cups. When making this, I suggest using a heavier, more full-bodied wine like a Cabernet. I think it works better than that of like a Merlot, which has like a little bit more sweetness to it, or a Pinot Noir, which is really light. That just doesn't really work. Come to a boil. I'm going to reduce the heat to low now, and we're going to simmer all the alcohol out of that wine, which is going to take about 10 minutes. So most of that wine has reduced, the alcohol's burned off. You want it to burn off, otherwise the alcohol's going to have like a really bitter taste to it. To this, let's add 7 cups of chopped canned tomatoes. We're going to stir this in really good. I like to use fresh oregano in my recipe, so I'm going to add some nice fresh oregano leaves. We're going to keep this over medium to medium low heat and cook for an additional 15 minutes. The last thing I need for you to do is add just a touch of heavy cream, 1 or 2 ounces, no more. This is my little secret to make it just a little bit richer. We're going to stir that in. Fantastic. Now just pick the pasta of your choice, cook it according to the directions on the box. I'm using spaghetti because I love spaghetti bolognese. I tossed my spaghetti with a little bit of the sauce. We're going to plate this up, guys. I'm using spaghetti, so you got to get this whole twist action going on so it's not all over the place, all right? It's like a kitchen secret, so it makes like a really nice presentation. So let's do this, right? Still gonna get it over the bowl, that's all right. Get a little more, right on top. Of course, I'm gonna clean this plate up, but I'm gonna top it with a little additional Bolognese sauce. And we're gonna garnish with some grated Parmigiano Reggiano cheese right on top. delicious. I cleaned up the plate a little bit so it doesn't look like a complete train wreck. Enjoy, guys. So guys, I told you this was going to be super easy to make and economical. This recipe probably cost me $22, $25, give or take. I don't know exactly, but it's really inexpensive. And you know what? It's going to feed a lot of people. This is going to feed like 8 people, maybe even more. There's a lot of sauce. I have tons left over. I'm really excited. I'm going to send Brian home with some, and I'm going to freeze the rest for another time. And about my story earlier, you know, with my takeout, well, listen, I did something that I never do before. Well, not never, but very rarely. I complained. You know, I walked over to the restaurant. I grabbed the manager very quietly. Listen, I wasn't looking there to get anybody in trouble. I wasn't looking for anything for free. I wasn't looking for a refund. But you know what? If it was my place, I would want to know. Things go wrong in this industry all the time, so you need to bring it to their attention. Guys, I hope you try this recipe. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. If you did, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, share this with your friends and family on social media. It was great spending time with you guys. Till next time, Danny from Danny Mac's Kitchen.